Dear learners, I am Dr. Tamil Chelvi, Assistant Professor of History, Jayarajanappa Chem College, Perikulam. Today, we are going to learn about one of the most important topics in business, that is the elements of marketing. Now, many people think marketing means only selling, but marketing is much more than just selling. It's about understanding customer needs, creating products that match those needs, and building long-term relationship with customers. Okay, so we will look at the three important elements, that is market strategy, the second one is packaging and advertising, the third one is after sales service. So by the end of the class, you will understand how these three work together to make a business successful. So let's start with marketing strategy. Marketing strategy is simply a plan to reach customers and convince them to buy the product. So it helps business complete effectively and achieve its sales goals. So here are the main purpose we need to remember. That is, one is understanding the market before we do anything. Okay, so we must first study the market. This means knowing what customers need, what they like and how they buy. For example, if we are selling shoes, we must ask, do customers want sports shoes or a casual wear or a formal shoes? If we don't understand this, we may end up selling something nobody wants. So once we understand the market, the next step is very clear. We must know exactly who our customers are. Okay, and then the second one is identifying target customers. So we cannot sell to everyone in the world. A product must be designed for a specific group. This group is called as the target group. So for instance, a toy company focuses on children aged 3 to 10, not the adults. Similarly, a coaching center for competitive exams target young graduates, not the school kids. So once we know our target customers, the next question is, how should we position our product in their minds? Yes, okay. And then the third point is product positioning. So the positioning is all about how you want customers to think about your product. Do you want it to be seen as a luxury, budget friendly, eco-friendly or a unique? So for example, if a Tata Nano was positioned as the most affordable car in India, while the Benz positions itself as a symbol of luxury and prestige. Now, if we know how the customers see our product, the next big decision is how much should we charge them. Okay, and then the fourth one is pricing strategy. So this is very, very important. Pricing is a very sensitive factor. If the price is too high, customers may turn to competitors. If it's too low, we may not make profit. So pricing must be balanced cost, competition and customers' willingness to pay. For example, Apple charges us premium prices because it positions itself as a luxury brand, while budget smartphones like a Redmi or a Oppo, it focuses on affordability. So once price is decided, the next thing is, how do we tell customers about the product? That brings us to the promotion. So the next one is promotion. So planned promotion means spreading the word about the product. It could be through advertising, sales offers or social media campaign. So example, if a Flipkart runs big Billions Day sales to attract the customers, while Amul uses creative ads to stay people's mind, but even people know about the product that they need to find it easily. That's where distributions comes in. So distributions plan distribution about where and how customers can buy your product. Will it be in local shops, online platforms, through dealers or a combinations? For example, Amazon relies mostly on online distributions, while a local grocery stores uses direct sales. Now, once the product is available in the market, there will be competitors. The final step is to highlight why customers should choose us for them. Okay, the last one is competitive advantage. Okay, competitive advantages means what makes your product better or different from others. For example, Domino's competitive advantage is its 30 minutes delivery promise, while a bakery that uses only organic ingredients also sets itself apart. So in the end, a successful marketing strategy brings all these steps together, understanding the market, finding the right customers, the promotions it will, distributing it effectively, and standing out from the competitions. So, example, market strategy. Let's take a mobile phone company. Okay, they may target youth, price the phone at a competitive rate, highlight its camera features, and promote it heavily on Instagram and YouTube. So, packaging and advertisements. Okay, students, we have just seen how a marketing strategy sets the directions for selling the product. Now, this next step is to make sure the product tools attractive and reaches the customer's mind. That's where our second element comes in, that is packaging and advertisements. So, packaging. Let's start with packaging. When I say packaging, you might immediately think of a colorful boxes or the wrappers, alright? Yes, packaging means designing and creating the container or the wrapper for a product. But it's not just about looking pretty. It has a many important purposes. So what is the main functions of the packaging? That is, the first one is the protections. So packaging protects the product from the damage, spoilage, dust leakage or breakage. Imagine buying a chips but the packet is torn and half the chips are gone. Disappointing, right? Yes, a glass bottle without a proper packing could break during the transport. That's why companies spend a lot on protective packaging, bubble wrap, cartons, airtight packets, etc. So, once the product is safe, the next thing we look for is whether it is easy to handle and use. So, the second one is convenience. Good packaging makes a product easy to carry, store and use. Think of a milk carton with a pouring spout, no mess, no spilling. So toothpaste comes in a tube. Imagine if we had a scoop it with a spoon every day. Convenient packaging improves customer satisfaction. And then the third one is attraction packaging. So it's often called the silent salesman. So attraction packaging is often called the silent salesman. It attracts the customers without saying a word. When you see a row of soaps in a shop, the one with the bright colors and neat designs usually catches your eyes first. So this is why companies spend crores on design, because an attractive package can influence your buying decision instantly. But attraction alone is not enough. Customers also want to know exactly what inside the package. So the fourth one is information. Okay, a good package also acts as a source of information. It tells you what's inside, who made it and how to use it, when does it expire and what are the ingredients. For example, food packets must carry a nutritional chart, expiry date and batch number. So this makes packaging not just attractive but also trustworthy. So brand image consistent, high quality packaging builds trust and recognition. So the red and white colors of the Colgate, the purpose of the wrapper of the dairy milk or the blue Pepsi, can the moment you see them, you know the brand without even reading the names. So over time, packaging becomes part of the brand identity. So example, let's take a dairy milk chocolate. That's purple wrapper, the golden logo and the smooth shiny finish. Even before you open it, you already feel it's going to be delicious, and children, that they will run to it without thinking twice. To conclude, packaging is much more than just a cover or decoration. It protects the product, makes it convenient to use, attracts the customers, provide essential information and build brand image. In fact, many times it's the packaging that creates the first impression in the minds of customers and influences their decision to buy. So, next time you pick up the product, don't just look at what's inside. Notice how the packaging is silently doing its job to win your trust. Okay, so it is very, very important. Now we will move on to the next one, that is advertisements. Okay, now once we have the product is ready and packed beautifully, we need to tell people about it. That's where advertisement comes in. Advertisement is basically how we communicate with the customers to inform them about a product, persuade them to buying it. There are many types of advertisements. That is types of advertisements. That is print media. These are the traditional advertisements you see in the newspapers, magazines and brochures. For example, a full page ad for a jewelry store in the Hindu immediately attracts the attention, isn't it? So, but of course, print has its limits. What if we want to reach the millions of the same time? That's where broadcast media comes in. Yeah, the second one is broadcast media. This includes TV and radio ads. Remember the old Nirma washing powder ad with the catchy jingle, washing powder Nirma? Yes, even today, many people can sing it. Now, when you listen, you also sing it. So that's the power of broadcast advertising. It sticks in your memory. So TV ads use visuals and emotions, while radio uses catchy voices and jingles to influence people. But today, more and more people spend their times online, and that leads us to the digital media. Okay, so the third one is the digital media. So this is the fastest growing type: social media ads, websites, Google ads, and email marketing. Have you ever searched for the shoes online and suddenly you see shoe ads following you on the Facebook and Instagram? So that's digital marketing at work. Companies love this because they can target exactly the people who are mostly likely to buy their product. Still, not everlasting happens online. We also see ads every day on the streets. That is called as an outdoor media. So outdoor media. So these are the ads you see outside your home: billboards, posters, banners, hoardings, etc. So for example, huge hoardings on the highways for the upcoming movies or the political campaigns. So outdoor ads are powerful because you don't have to choose to see them. So they are right in front of your eyes when you travel. And finally, right at the place where you buy the product, point of sale advertising. Okay, the point of sale. This means ads placed inside the shops or supermarkets. For example, a standee promoting a new ice cream flavor at the building counter, or an attractive display of the Pepsi cans near the can task. So these work because customers are already in the buying mood. So a little nudge can make them pick up the product immediately. Now, why advertisement is very important? It creates awareness about the product. It persuades the customers to choose it over the people keep buying from a brand they trust. It helps in completing the market. So, and of course, it increases the sales and profit. So, for example, a Coca-Cola is the best example. Okay, they use catchy the TV jingles, colorful visuals, and celebrity endorsements. Even if you weren't planning to drink a Coke, after watching one of their ads on a hot day, you might suddenly want one. To wrap up, advertisement is not just about selling. It's about informing, persuading, reminding, and building connections with the customers. Whether it's through a TV, a newspaper, social media, or even a simple poster, advertisements create awareness, influence choices, and strengthen brand loyalty. So remember, good packaging attracts the eye, but good advertisement captures the mind and heart. That's why successful companies invest so much in it, because an effective ad can turn a product into a household name. Okay, so the next one is after sales service. Okay, and alright students, we have looked at how a product treats the customer and how it attracts the attention. But our work doesn't end once the customer buys it. In fact, the real test begins after the sale. That's where our third element comes in: after sales service. Okay, so after sales service simply means the support we give customer after they purchase a product. It's like saying, we are still here for you even after you have paid. So why is this important? Because it builds trust and keep customers happy. And happy customers often become repeat customers. Let's go through the different types of the after sales service. So after sales service, when a company sells you product, their job doesn't end with the sale. In fact, what happened after you buy is equally important. That's where after sales service come in. So these services make sure customers stay satisfied and trust the brand. Okay. So the first important one is installation service. Some products cannot be used straight out of the box. They need to proper setup, isn't it? So for example, when you buy a washing machine, the company sends a technicians to your home to install it and explain the functions. Without installation help, customers may feel lost and happy. So once the product is installed, the next question is, what if it doesn't work properly? That's where warranty and guarantee come in. So warranty and guarantee, those are the promises from the company. If the product stops working within a fixed period, the company will repair or replace it free of cost. For instance, most mobile phones come with a 1-year warranty. If the phone develops a technical fault during that time, you don't have to pay for the repairs. So this gives customers confidence that your money is safe. But some products need care not just once but regularly. So that's where maintenance and repairs are needed. Okay, so the third one is maintenance and repairs. Certain products like air conditioners, cars or bikes requires the regular serving to the perform well. So for example, if you take your bike for your service every 6 months, where the company checks, cleans and replaces parts if needed. Regular maintenance increases the product's life and keeps customers satisfied. Still, customers may face a small issues anytime and they need someone to talk to immediately. That's where customer support helps. Okay, and then customer support. This includes the helpline numbers, email support, live chat or even WhatsApp assistance. For example, if your internet stops working, we'll call the service provider for helpline. So quick and effective customer support creates trust and prevents frustrations. And sometimes customers may not even know how to use the product properly. That's where training comes in. Okay, the last one is training. For complex products like the software, machines or even new gadgets, companies may provide the training or demonstrations or the manuals. So customers can use the product effectively. For example, when the bank introduced the online apps, they provide step-by-step demonstrations to help customers. This makes sure customers use the product confidently and don't abandon it. Example, think of buying a Dell laptop. The company doesn't just give the laptop device. They offer the free installation, a 1-year warranty, maintenance options, 24/7 customer support and manuals for training. So all these services together makes you feel secure and loyal to the brand. Okay, so now we are going to see about the importance of after sales service. So it increases customer satisfactions, people were cared for, it encourages repeat purchase, customers come back. It builds a strong brand reputation. It reduces complaints because problems are solved quickly. It helps business get feedback for the future improvement. So, you see, after sales services like keeping a promise, it shows the company values the relationship, not just the money. Okay. Now, let's put up everything together. We have learned about 3 key pillars of the marketing strategy. Market strategy, make sure the product reaches the right customers in the right way. The second one is packaging and advertisement, creating an interest and desire for the product. The third one is after sales service, so building a long-term trust and the loyalty. When these 3 works together, business don't just make sales, they create a happy customers and who return again and again and even recommend the brand to others. So next time you buy something, stop and think what market strategy brought it to you, how its packaging grabbed your attention and how well does the company serve you after purchase. So that's, my friends, is the magic of marketing, a complete journey from the first impression to the last relationship. In the end, marketing is not just about selling a product, it's about the building trust, creating experiences and ensuring the customer satisfactions. If a company gets this right, it doesn't just gain a customer, it earns loyalty, and that loyalty, the true success of any business. So, thank you dear students and for your attention and enthusiasm. I truly enjoyed sharing this session with you and I hope you carry these knowledge with you as a smart consumers and future professionals. So we will talk in the next class like that. Until then, thank you very much. Thank you for watching. Thank you.